I'm a little freaked out because I just got abducted by an alien, and he took me to see God, which was really freaking me out because I've been an atheist ever since I could figure out that, well, there was no God, and so I'm not sure how I'm gonna explain this so you all understand that I'm not fucking insane. So anyway, I was biking along the river, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I was taking a bike ride, and this alien spaceship came zooming in really, really fast, and it was like one of those round ones with lights on the top and on the bottom that go whistling around and stuff, and it landed right in front of me, and the guy jumped out, and he had, like, those big eyes and stuff, and he said, "Hey, stop." So I did. I mean, he had one of those big laser guns like they use in the military. And he said get in the spacecraft, and I said, what about my bicycle? And he said, well, you can put that in there too as well. And so I did, and the spaceship was pretty big. It was at least as big as, like, how big would you say? I can't remember. It was pretty big though. There was about 16 aliens on there, and of course they were really, really ugly, except for one of them. But I think she was faking it. I think because they wanted to have sex. She wanted to have sex, they said that way they would know more about our species. So we had sex, and about a day and a half later, when she was finally finished and had her orgasm. Oh man, no wonder I'm so tired. Anyway, so then um they did also, like, blood tests and stuff, and then they scraped off a little skin off the bottom of my feet, and then they started asking me lots of questions and stuff, and I said, and then they said, well, you don't believe in God? And I said, yes, I don't. And they said, well, we're going to take you to see God. And so I said, well, I have to work tomorrow. And they said, don't worry, we're going to go, like, in one of those time warp loopy things, and you'll be back before we get here. And I said, oh, yeah, I read about that, but I don't. Okay, and well, I mean, if you're going on a spaceship, you don't think I mean, you can't argue with aliens because they have better weapons. Anyway, so we went into the outer space, and we passed Mars, and then we went by Jupiter, which was kind of weird because they're both at the other different sides. I'm not sure why they did that. I think they were just they wanted to show me some things, I think, so they would know. And then they showed me a moon around Jupiter, and they said that there was fish on it. But I told them, well, it was impractical for us to go there for fish because it was too far. And then they took me right out of the solar system, and we went into another place, not the next solar system, and went in out of there. And then they did this red light jumping thing speed, and then we got to the planet where God lived, and he was a really funny looking guy. He was like 4 feet tall, and of course, he had that gray mustache and the gray beard, like everyone thinks. But I always thought God was going to be a lot bigger. And God said, "How come you don't believe in me?" And I said, "What do you? Oh, how can you prove that you're God and stuff? Can you do any magic tricks?" And he said, "Sure, I'll do a magic trick." And he did a magic trick what made my mind and well, see, one of the things that he did, he said, okay, you're going to live here for 2.5 years, and when I take you back, you're going to be get back before you left, and the only thing that you can prove that you were actually in an alien spaceship, and that is that I'm going to give you this stick. And I said, well, we have sticks on the planet Earth. And he says, but this is a magic stick. And so he gave me the magic stick after he did like 2.5 years of trying to prove that he was God. And at the end I said, look, man, I still don't really know why I should believe that you're God. And he said, well, you don't really got to believe because it doesn't matter really too much anyway, because we don't believe much in you either, although we know you're there. And then they did a couple more tests with me, and then I had to have sex with his wife because his wife was tired of having sex with him. And so anyway, one of the questions I asked God was, I said, well, why did you put dinosaurs bones into the ground? And he said, oh, I can't remember, he said. And I said, I thought you were God. And he said, sure, yeah, but God's can do things without knowing what's going on. And I said, there seems to be a lot of problems down on the planet now. Why did you leave it? And he said, well, you monkeys are so tedious, And I thought, well, that's still not very fair. You got us all believing in this God idea, and then you up and go away. And he said, well, fuck you.